Hey, what's going on? Card Pack. Today we're going to go over the top 10 sports cards that went up the most over the last week. So we'll be looking at baseball, football, and of course, basketball. And there's some interesting new participants on this list today. One in particular makes a double appearance and pretty interesting. And it makes a lot of sense, though. But we'll dive into that in a second. If you want the audios from these YouTube channels, check out the podcast, link in description. If you would like to get, as we go through these cards, I'll do buy, sell, hold. If you'd like to get the buys from these videos emailed to you before I publish the video, join the Card Pack newsletter. And if you want to get my top sports card pick of the day and join one of the best discords in all of sports card investing, join the Sports Card Society. It's only $12.99 a month or $129 a year. You get 2 months free when you do the year. The way it works is there's a membership area. You log in. There's a new video put up almost every day. And it's about a 5-minute video showing the card, showing the data and research as to why and what I plan on doing with it. Am I selling it in a month? Am I selling it in a year? Am I selling it when the season starts? Am I holding it long term? What's going down? Some previous examples is Kyler Murray. We're getting it for under $200 in February, and here it is going for well over 300 in April. Here's this Baker going for under 300 in March. Here it is going for around 500 in April. I mean, this card alone, if you just get this, this more than pays your entire year's membership, and this is a pretty average gain for us. We've had some really good ones. So join the society. You'll be very glad you did. Not to mention you'll be in one of the best discords in all sports card investing. Link in description. SportsCardSociety.com. The Discord is just, people pay to be in it. Like, they take it seriously. They're serious investors. They're active. They're helpful. It's just an excellent community. Let's dive into the content. So here we are on the Market Movers tool. I went to, come on, man. Price movements by card. Didn't pick a sport, just did the PSA 10 over the last 7 days. We're going to start at the bottom today. We're going to work our way up from 10, 9, 8 to 1, okay? So number 10 on the list is Shohei Ohtani, his 2018 Topps update. It's up 40% on the week, 31 sales on the week. Shohei just keeps, frankly, making a case for MVP. He's playing amazing. I think he has the home run lead again, I think at 13. Let's pull up his chart. Shohei, that's a guy that I recommended to the society back in February when everyone was just sleeping on him because, he's been hurt and stuff. But what they kept forgetting was how good of a player he is when he actually plays. So we bought up a lot of him for really cheap, and we're very happy. I'll just say that. I know I am. I've sold some of his stuff, and I am well into the profit, and I still got a bunch of cards left. And I'm just going to wait and see what happens because he's playing so great. I think his cards will just I think he'll be one of the very few players that just kind of goes up all season as long as he doesn't get injured. Because I don't think his production is going to stop. He is dominating. He is dominating baseball like no one you've ever seen. He's smashing home runs. He's got a pretty good batting average. He's also has like a 2.1 ERA. He is dominating the game of baseball. Never seen anything like it. 109 to start the week. End of the week at 153. Pop count of 483. If you don't know what that means, it means this card in this grade, the PSA 10, that so many of them currently exist. Let's pull this card back 90 days. I think I'm still just a buy on Shohei Ohtani because I think his stuff's just going to keep going up. I mean, let's look at this 90-day chart. Not 100% why they pulled up all these other ones. Let's get rid of these quick because the only one we want to see is that one. There's the refractor. It's rainbow foil anyways. It's pretty cool. But here it is. And it's just kind of, I guess it's kind of sitting sideways, about 125. And but I think it's just going to keep going up because he's just dominating. So I'm a buy on this card. Let me go to eBay and see what some are listed for. At this point in the season, I'm not a buy on a whole lot of baseball, but some I am. I'm not sure why my computer is giving me problems. Come on, sort it. But nah. Let's see here. 139. I mean, that seems about right. I think I would like to get it for around under 130. So maybe there's make an offer on some of these. Yeah, you can make an offer on some of these. So I'll put a link to this one in the description. I'm a buy on this one. So I think there's still room for it to go up plenty in the season. Aaron Judge, 27, number 9 on the list, 2017 tops, number 287. Him catching, pop count of 3202, up 43% on the week with 19 sales. Let's pull up the chart. Aaron Judge. I need to get some coffee. This card started the week at 67, went up to 121. Now it's at 107. Let's pull this back like 60 days. Because that's quite a jump this week. I'm not sure. There's some kind of glitch going on in the market movers tool. Yeah, okay, so this card actually has been going down, and now it popped back up. So I think the real value of this card is somewhere around $100. I wouldn't be a buy on this one. I don't think I'd be a buy on this one. I mean, here's something, right? Because we looked at this from 7 days, like, whoa, this card's really going up. Maybe we should buy it. But when we pull it back, 60 days, excuse me, we get a better representation of what the market feels about this card. And right now it went down, and it just kind of has been going sideways. Well, what about this dip? What about that raise? Well, yeah, that happens, but it's been evening out here around about $95, $100. And here it is, and guess what? This card's probably going to come back down to around $100. So, or maybe the new support is around 107. By the way, if you don't have this market movers tool, you are making the game of sports card investing so much harder for yourself. You're wasting a lot of time. You're guaranteed you're losing a lot of money. This is the most important thing I use in sports card investing, this market movers tool. I'll put a link for it in the description. Use code SOCIETY for 20% off your first month or your first year. And I use the pro version. There's two versions, a light version and a pro version. I use the pro version because it just has that many more tools in it. And I pay for the year subscription because that's just the best deal. But seriously, like, and if you don't have this, you got to have something. You need to have something, because you can't just sit there and stare at 130 point in eBay and try to figure it out, because you're spending so much time doing that, and you're not even being able to keep stuff straight. Like here, this is straight. I can see exactly what's going on. Click a couple buttons. Anyways, I don't know if I need to explain that anymore. I talk about this every video, and I will continue to, because if you're at all serious about sports card investing, you need to have some kind of data visualization tool. I use market movers. I think it is definitely the best one out there. But I'm not buying this Aaron Judge. Next on the list, Carmelo Anthony, 2012 Prism, number 71. Pop count of only 57, but it is 2012, not exactly his rookie year. 27 sales on the week, which is insane. So I think there's something wrong with this pop count. I think there's more than this. Up about 46.5%. Let's pull up this chart. Carmelo, he's on the Blazers. They're in the playoffs, not play-ins. They're straight up, I think, the 6th seed in the West. 186 to start the week, end of the week at 125. I'm very careful with what I'm doing with basketball right now. Carmelo's probably going to be a first ballot Hall of Famer. I'm not buying. I'm not even going to look at it. If I'm going to buy some basketball, it's probably not going to be Carmelo, as much as I like him. I just don't think he's going to have that much juice to get excitement out of the crowds, out of the market, really. Number 10, 8, 9, 8, 7. Number 7 on the list, Cam Reddish, 2019 Optic base. Pop count of 783, so a fairly low pop count. 7 sales on the week, so about a 1% sales volume. What I mean is 7 out of 783 is, it's about 1%. Up 49% on the week. And I look at that because if you get around 1+% sales volume in a week, it's a good indicator of the demand, of a good demand. But of course the pop count is like 50 and 2 of them sell. Well, it's not really like, you got to be careful, because there's a certain minimum kind of pop count to look at the sales volume over. Let's pull up this chart. Cam Reddish isn't someone I'm really going to be investing in either. I'll look at his chart, but, he's just not someone $28 to start the week, $40 to end the week. I'm not even going to pull back the chart, because I'm not buying Cam Reddish. Again, if I'm buying basketball, it's not going to be Cam Reddish. Julio Rodriguez. You may not even know who that is. He is a minor leaguer for the Mariners. He has been on a tear. He's hit a homer in 4 straight games and a homer in 5 of his last 6 games. This guy is on fire. So this is 2019 Bowman base, pop count of only 578, 7 sales on the week. That is well over a 1% sales volume, so that also tells you the demand is there for sure. And almost up 50% on the week. Let's pull up his chart. This is a much more intriguing card to me, player, I should say. I believe this would be his paper prospect right here. He just looks like a little kid, and he is. I mean, I'm 38. He's probably, 19. I don't know how old he is. He's really young. 56 to start the week, and it just goes up. Ends the week at about 110, and the chart just goes up. Let's pull it back 90 days. Makes me want to crack open some 2019 Bowman just to find his cards. Overall, pretty sideways over the last 90 days. Let's pull back over the last 30 days, get a better representation. Just kind of riding sideways, and now he just took off because he's been on such a hot tear. Would I buy this right now? Looking at how much he's gone up, I certainly think there's room for this to go up. I just, it's gone up so much. I feel like I kind of want to wait and see a bit. But I mean, I feel like he's going to get called up to the bigs, and when he does, that's going to make his cards go up. There's still a lot of room for him. In reality, maybe you just like the player and you want to buy this. Let's go to eBay. Let's look. Let's see what's on here, because I'm kind of talking myself into buying this. Refresh it. eBay is giving me some trouble today. Aqua Shimmer out of 125. Let's see here. Some auctions going 80. Oh, okay. All right. That is actually, yeah, I'd buy that. I thought it was going to be over $100. Okay. So, okay. Yeah. Plus, I might even make an offer on that. Or I might just take it. I mean, it's just the best offer out here. Yeah, I'm going to buy on that. I'll put a link in the description to that card too. I'm going to buy. When would I be looking to sell it? I don't know. He's such a new. He's in the minors, right? There's so many things, so many steps for him to take that can bump up his cards. He keeps on his streak. He keeps playing well in the minors. That can sustain his card levels, if not grow them. He gets called up to the bigs, which it looks like that's going to happen soon, probably. And that's going to make a big jump. And then what if he plays well in the majors? That's going to make his cards jump. So it's just a really early time to get in on a really good prospect, so that's showing a lot of promise. Number 5 on the list is, wait, am I right there? 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. Yeah, number 5, Louis Robert Lubob. 2018 Bowman base, first prospect. Pop count is 1665, 12 sales in the week, so that's definitely under 1%, but a decent sales volume, up 53.5%. Lubob's still hurt, I believe, and he will be hurt out for a while. So I'm not 100% why. Maybe the charts are just kind of funky. Yeah, see, it started the week at 50, somehow had a high sale 85, and then ended the week at 51. Let's pull this card back 30 days, because he's been hurt for, I think, a couple weeks. And I'm not sure why this keeps doing this today. A little glitch in the system. But it's just been going down. He wasn't playing that great when he started out. I think that he just kind of hit this floor, and people decided to buy him up. I wouldn't, well, I mean, he should come back and play. Let's go to eBay and see what he's selling for. What he's listed for, I should say. 75. I'm not willing to pay that. I'd pay 50. So I'd wait on this. You got time to buy this before he comes back. So I'd be a wait and see. Actually, what I would do, I'd set a reminder somewhere, or I may click this button right here, add price alert, and I'd say, hey, when this card goes below, $50, I can just hit OK here. I'm not going to do that. Market movers will just alert me when this card has a sale below $50. Which would give me a good sign that, hey, maybe I should go and swoop some of these up. You can do it, too, to set it to make it go above. Like, hey, when this card gets above $100, let me know. Because that can be a good thing to say, hey, maybe it's a good time to sell. So number 4 on the list, Desean Watson. His 2017 Optic, pop count of 688, 10 sales on the week, so that's a pretty good sales volume, well over 1%. Up 65.5%. Let's pull up his chart. Desean is someone I'm just staying away from. for obvious reasons. There's just so much uncertainty. Yeah, well, you can get a really good deal. Maybe, yeah, I get that. I totally get it. If you want to buy it, I totally get it. But I'm just staying away. This card is 157 to start the week. Did nothing but go up to 260 over the course of the week. Let's pull it back. Pull it back 90 days. See where this 260 is sitting in the greater scheme of things. Why? I'm not sure why this is happening today. Probably updating something. So here we are. I mean, this card got all the way up to 500. So that's what really happened. Is I think the real value of this card is around 250, and just took a bigger dip in the past 2 weeks. And people were like, I think that's just too low. And it went back up to kind of where it was riding. As you can see here, this kind of support around 250 for this extended amount, for this decent period of time. And then it dipped down to about 180. And now it came back up. So again, Desean Watson is someone I'm just staying away from. I understand if you want to buy it, if he gets all cleared up and gets back and there's stuff behind it, but I just don't see that happening anytime soon. So there's other people I'd rather put money in. Next on the list, I gotta try through it. That sounded funny. Vlad Guerrero Jr. 2016 Bowman Prospects. Pop count of 852. 7 sales on the week, up a whopping basically 77%. Vlad, let's look at you. Vlad was someone that I recommended to the Sports Card Society too back in like January, February, because cards were going up. Like Tatis was going up, Acuna, Soto, and I'm like, Vlad Guerrero should be going up, but he wasn't. He was just riding flat, and I'm like, that doesn't make any sense. His cards are going to go up. Because people were sleeping on him too, because he had a bit of a down season last year, which if you want to call it a season. And I was like, people are just being way too judgy, and he's a good player. But here we are. This card started the week at 113, and then a low sale of 71, latest sale of 160, which was also the high sale on the week. Let's pull this card back 90 days. So yeah, so we've made some good money off Vlad. You'll see on the 90-day chart, we're getting him down here for, it was well under $100. I don't think this was the exact card. I don't remember this exact card being one I recommended, but I recommended a good number of Vlads. Here you're at $80, and then he popped up to, about 130 something. That's a pretty good gain, and he's been up there, really. That's kind of where he's been. If you look at this chart overall, you look at that dotted line, it shows that it's kind of going up, and I would, for the most part, agree with that, because he keeps having these big dips here. I don't know why a card will sell for that low, but you see a good number of sales up here in this 145 plus range, and they just kind of tend to keep going up just a few bucks, just like here, 145, 147, 160. So I like this, but I'm not buying it right now. But I'm still holding it from when I was buying it for. Again, I don't know if I bought this exact one, but the volume is probably going to be, or the gain is going to be probably about the same. And I've sold some Vlad, but I'm still holding some. So for me, this card is a hold, maybe a sell if you just want to take your profits and run. If you got it down here at $80 or less, and you think you can sell it for 150 plus, maybe it's a good time to get out. But I'm still holding most of my Vlad. I already sold what I was going to sell. Next on the list, Yohan Moncada. He's number 2 on the list. 2017 Topps Chrome update. Wait till you see number 1. You'll be intrigued by that also. 2017 Topps Chrome update. Pop count of 318. I keep forgetting to mention, I want to get to 5,000 subscribers. Please help me do that. Hit that subscribe button. When I look at the YouTube analytics, it shows me 60% of people that watch these videos aren't subscribers. So I know a lot of you listening aren't subscribed. Please hit that subscribe button. It really supports the channel. And hit the like button too. I was with the notification bell too, but hit that like button. That also really helps support the channel. 2017 Topps Chrome update for Yohan Moncada. Very low pop count, only 318. 7 sales on the week. I would say that's pretty solid. It's almost a 2% sales volume, and I'd say 318 is a big enough number that's valid. Up 140%. That's one of the things with lower pop count cards, is that their prices can really jump fast, which is great. 140%, but they don't necessarily drop fast. Huh? Remember that. Up 140%. Let's pull up the chart here. If they're going up 100, Yohan's been playing pretty well. I don't know if I'm going to buy his card after it just went up 140%. So it's a little deceiving here. This card was at $52 to start the week. Then a Hondo, then 42, then 125. We're going to have to pull this one back. let's pull it back 60 days. Yeah, so it's been going down. And so it was really down here around $50, but then just had a couple really high spike sales. So these just seem, he's been playing well, but those spikes are just too much. I wouldn't buy it. It's just too high. I would either sell or hold it. So number 1 on the list, take a guess. We haven't had a repeat on here. I told you there's a person that's on here twice. Got your guesses? Julio Rodriguez, J-Rod. Is what they call him, J-Rod. 2019 Bowman Chrome base, pop count of 38, 68, 37 sales on the week. It's almost a 1% sales volume, up about 150%. Let's pull up his chart. Again, he's been playing really well. He's something that people have gotten excited about, someone. But, you know, this big spike sale here, it's deceiving. $130 to start the week. Had a huge sale of $350, which I'm not going to count because that just seems unnecessary. End of the week at $156. So in reality, if you're going to buy a Julio Rodriguez, I'd probably rather buy the Chrome than the Bowman because the Chrome hasn't really gone up much. Let's check it out on eBay. But, you know, first let's pull it back. Let's pull back 90 days just to see what we're working with, what journey it's been on. Oh, actually, that's interesting right there. Refractor out of $4.99 for only $600. Seems like a deal to me, actually. Let's get rid of some of these other ones. Not sure what's going on here today. The auto. Yeah, the auto's not going for $650. If it were, that would be a hell of a deal. But here we are. You know, this card, it's just been kind of trending down over the last 90 days. A lot of sales because there's a pretty decently high pop count. Let's pull it back over 30 days. Oh, they did it to me again. Let me just get these out of the way. Yeah, there's some kind of glitch going on in here today. But yeah, it's just this big spike. Like I said, this card's just been riding sideways. That doesn't make any sense. So I'm going to go look at that eBay. What do we say it was going for around? Latest sale was what? 156, and that looks about like what it's going for. Let's do this. Let's sort it, buy it now. 149 or best offer. I'm a buy on this card because this is one of the reasons you need to have a data visualization tool like this, because you can see that's just been sideways and he's been on fire, but this card hasn't really moved much. So guess what? It's gonna move. It's gonna move, and because you know you're getting it at the support level, because it hasn't really gone up, so that's a good time to buy such a young on fire prospect. There's so much to make this. There's so much that can happen to make this card go up, and not much to make it go down, other than like him getting hurt, or if he starts playing crappy. But nonetheless, the card seems to have a support level. It hasn't gone up really. So yeah, I'm a buy of that one too. So there were 3 buys on the list this week. I'll put links to those in the description. Join the Sports Card Society, sportscardsociety.com. Get my top pick of the day. Hit the subscribe button. Hit the like button. Get this Market Movers tool for the love of all that is holy. Like, just stop making it so hard for yourself. Get the tool or some kind of data tool. But I like Market Movers. Link in description. Use code SOCIETY for 20% off first month, your first year. And that was a list this week. A lot of baseball, 1 football, and a few basketball. So, of course, that makes a lot of sense because baseball season is in full swing, but the playoffs are starting. I expect basketball there to be some big spikes on some players. It's kind of like playing the lotto. You really don't know. It's going to depend on performance, 100% on performance. So that's what I got for you, Card Pack. Thanks for watching this video with me. Stay classy. You are awesome.